going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's time for the next expansion-packed episode of the Switch It Up Cast. Welcome, everybody, as we get on to episode 5 of the Switch It Up Cast. I am, of course, Seth Trav, joined as always by our friend Glenn.
Hey, good evening. Evening, right? I mean, it's a nighttime right now. That's the right term for the time of day. See? We're about 1,000. You got a nice little cowlick going on in the back of your head. You're looking good.
Thank you, sir.
Nope.
You are also looking well now
problem.
that the video is moving again.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Speaking of moving, why don't we move on down what we're going to be covering today?
That's right, my dude. We're going to talk to you all about Oceanhorn later on in this episode. But first, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into our first segment, which, of course, is the inventory.
Oh, I almost don't even want to change the music because it's too good.
Yeah, I'm watching you. I'm like, cue it up, bro. What's going on here?
I can't, man. I'm too busy rocking out.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's the inventory. It's what we're playing right now. It's what's currently going on our Switch consoles. It's the segment where we let you know what's up. What are we doing? What are we into? What do we have in our satchels this day? And what about you, my man? You've been getting a couple new games lately. It was just your birthday, right?
Yeah, man. Just recently, I took advantage of Gamestop's buy two, get one free deal, and I actually picked up 2 Switch games. I grabbed Street Fighter and Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I actually did have a chance to get my hands on Street Fighter last night. Street Fighter, like the Ultimate Challenge, I believe it is. Street Fighter Ultra or something like that.
Yeah, listen to our Twitch, or go watch our Twitch episode where we're playing Friday the 13th. You can hear our friend Glenn struggle through using the first-person mode on Street Fighter.
I gotta say, like, the first-person mode, like, I would never just decide, like, I'm gonna play this mode. But I would love it again. I did yesterday. But like the motion controls actually work surprisingly well. They take you through step by step how to do like the different attacks, and then like waves of enemies come at you, and like it's pretty, like, I don't know, either I'm the man or it's super forgiving. Let's go with it's super forgiving. And like, I mean, it picked up the moves fairly well. And it wasn't like the worst thing. But if I'm going to get into motion controls, I would probably much rather play ARMS. Because I also got ARMS the other day, too.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was super excited to play that game. I definitely need some more time with it, because I was playing bits and pieces of it, like, right after we played Friday the 13th last night. And it's fun. It's basically like a motion-controlled fighter. If you like Wii boxing, this is like Wii boxing on steroids with like all different customizable gloves that have different attacks and things like that. It's super cool. But I mean, it's very much like a motion control game. Although you can play with the pro. It's not the Pro controller. It is
the arcade stick.
No, the arcade stick. It is a Switch Pro controller.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't sound right. But you can play with that. I don't have one yet. I'm waiting for Splatoon to come out, because have you seen that Splatoon Pro controller?
No. Oh, the one that's like lime green and pink?
Yes. Yeah, that thing looks awesome.
Looks like gel pens exploded.
I think if I get one, that'll be the one I get. But yeah, that's what I've been into recently.
There you go.
What about yourself, man?
Unfortunately, I haven't really been playing the Switch much lately. I've been sick, and there's been a lot of TV to catch up on. So I've been kind of down. I've also been stuck in this Friday the 13th nonsense.
Yeah, hey man, Friday the 13th is an awesome game. And I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I would love to, I think it would play great on the Switch.
Oh god, yeah. That would be so much fun if you could play Friday the 13th on the Switch.
Right? Imagine
your handheld in the dark like that.
And imagine if you're Jason and like grabbing people and stuff like that.
Oh my god,
that would be crazy, man. I don't think
it's the Joy-Cons to actually grip somebody up.
I don't think it's too like graphically intense either. I definitely think the Switch could handle it.
Maybe it's a matter of the internet, I would say, and then of course the pretty mature content that is.
I don't know though, man. I mean, like Nintendo has had more like mature games on their system as like, within the last few years. They might give that one a pass, but
they have been getting there.
You never know.
Yeah. Let's roll right on into the next segment, ladies and gentlemen. That, of course, is Potent Power-Ups. It's the news segment that we discuss with everybody. We let you know what's going on in the world of Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start it off with the big bit of news. It happened. They dropped it. They're letting you know that the SNES Classic is coming out.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good call out. I didn't even throw that into our notes because it's so new. Did you see the listing of games that's on the SNES Classic, dude? Because it is just one after another of like just quality titles.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to get back into Super Mario RPG.
Dude, Super Mario RPG, Super Castlevania 4, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Like it's just like one after another. Every title is just like awesome.
And the first time ever, Star Fox 2.
Star Fox 2, Earthbound. Like it's just nuts. It's gonna cost like $80, but the problem is, man, like I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep up with demand. You know?
No, and you're probably gonna get some of those people that are gonna go out there and get like 40 of them again. You know,
you're definitely gonna get that with those people for sure. Which is a shame, man, because then like no one else gets a chance to get their hands on it. And I mean, it got so like I don't know. I just don't know. It makes me nervous because Nintendo really just gave up on the NES Classic, and now they're just gonna start making this one. It's like people want both of them, and I think like the demand for this one is gonna be even more than the previous NES one because I think I think the titles on this are just better, to be honest. And I think people are going to be a little bit more adamant about the Super Nintendo because I feel like more people in our age group grew up with a Super Nintendo as opposed to an NES.
That's accurate, I'd say. I'm fighting for the pre-order. I'm hoping it happens soon. Something I can do with it. I need to get my hands on one at least. It looks like there are two styles of it. You get the classic retro SNES, and then you get the mini one, the one that was not the gray and purplish type. But the one that had like the yellow and green and red buttons as well, I think.
Yeah, you can. Well, actually, I think in America you only get the Super Nintendo, but the other one's Super Famicom.
Okay, cool, yeah, awesome. Then I want that one because I hope that it's still after like 5 or 6 years turns to that weird yellowy brown.
I don't know. You better hope it doesn't. They always look so gross.
Yeah, right. But I'm super stoked on it. That's my bit of news for today.
All right, man. We got a few other things I want to bring up. First of all, Rocket League supposedly has gotten a date of November 3rd. So like a little bit quicker than holiday than we previously thought. But I love Rocket League. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it'll be fun on the Switch. And I'll definitely end up picking that up again. Yooka Laylee, also like the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, is now going through testing for Switch as well. So hopefully it's getting closer and closer to a release because I really want to grab this.
I want to get that game and I'm waiting for it on the Switch because it seems like it is designed for Nintendo. Like you said, it's the Banjo-Kazooie spiritual successor. And I was a big Banjo fan back in the day.
Yeah, man. It just feels to me like I know I can go get it on PS4 or you could probably go get it on Xbox too. But I mean, I just don't know if I don't know, something about that feels wrong. Like I feel like I have to play it on a Nintendo console.
Right.
I'm like, that's just cheating.
It only makes sense.
The last piece really isn't specific to the Switch, but I was able to get a couple Switch games at for a pretty good deal thanks to that buy two get one free. And GameStop's actually doing that buy two get one free sale again, starting on the 1st of July, running through the 4th. So it's buy two get one free on all pre-owned stuff. So they don't really have anything to do with the show at all. We don't they don't have a sponsor except for Atom Tickets, which I'll tell you all about in a little bit. But I thought I at least bring up the fact that you can pick that. You can pick up a couple games for like a good price because they really don't break that out too much anymore. They used to do it all the time and they really don't do it anymore. But one thing, if you're looking to be able to get an experience at an awesome price, is our beautiful sponsor, Atom Tickets. You can actually go ahead pre-order your tickets for the movies. See what I did there? Pre-order video game. Pre-order. You can order your tickets in advance. Have your concessions waiting for you. That way you can spend less time standing in line and more time maybe playing your Switch in the parking lot before you go in to see the movie. And if you're new to using Atom Tickets, you can actually use our promo code PRESHUS, PREESHUS, to save $5 off of your total.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I had to weave that in there for you.
You had to. Atom Tickets, great outfit. Definitely try it out, use it. They give you a lot of free stuff, and Lord knows we love the swag.
We certainly do, sir. We certainly do. I think we have actually, since talking about some new stuff, why don't we swing on over into Press Continue, talk about some of these new releases.
That's right, my dude. It is time for Press Continue, of course, our segment where we discuss the new releases for the Switch. Today, it looks like we got 3 big new releases. The first one, of course, is the Switch edition of Minecraft. And my dude, I've never gotten into Minecraft because it looks like one of those things that you need to be essentially a city planner for, and you've also got to be willing to give up the rest of your life, which I'm too spread apart these days.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, man. And basically, it seems like it's like virtual Legos. And I mean, have you ever seen, like, I'm sure you've seen, like, online, like, people make, like, YouTube videos of all the crazy, like, reconstructions where they're like, I built Titanic in Minecraft. And
it's insane.
Like, so I mean, like, in a way, like, if you play that game, like, congratulations, because 1, you have an amazing, like, imagination, and 2, you have patience, and you got to be super creative. Not to mention you need the time to do it. And really, usually, like, when you and I are playing a game, like, I very much usually get sucked up by, like, one game for a while. But the Switch is kind of helping me break out of that. But lately, it's been all Friday the 13th.
Right?
Yeah, more or less.
The double XP weekend really sucked me in.
It really did, man. Like, trying to get that Jason Part 9.
That's what's up.
Are you trying to get the Breath of the Wild DLC, or did you already get it? Because that actually came out today, actually, Friday, June 30th.
I do have it, but I did not download it yet. It's sort of like what our boy Fear Merchant said last week on last week's episode. That DLC, it's hefty, but it's not that much that I want to necessarily jump right into it. I think it's going to be a cool challenge and everything. I still haven't finished the game, so I've got to keep going on it. I have 2 out of the 4 dungeons done. I just keep getting distracted in that game, and then there's other things that we got to play still, and I'm not in a rush to end my Zelda experience.
Exactly, man. I'm trying to take my time, just like soak up the scenery in that game and just have fun. And that's the biggest thing I really like about Breath of the Wild is I don't feel like a pressure that I have to go do something right away. Like when I'm going around and exploring and doing some of these side quests, like I'm just kind of relaxing, So
exactly.
I'm not quite ready to jump up into that expansion with all that extra stuff. Like, I mean, I think they said the regular game is like, you can spend over 200 hours on it. Like, that's a lot of time, man.
That's a lot of time, man. And I have spent a good amount of time on this one. But I'm not ready to like have to put it down, but I want to keep going at it at my own nice little pace.
Yeah, good, man, good. And then lastly, the only other thing that's coming out this week is going to be a Mambo, where your character is stuck in an infinite Mambo like line, and you have to try to like get people out of it. This is one of the Mambo. This is one of the like indie games, and the Switch is really like I feel like bringing the indies to life because there's always all these all these cool little things that are just popping up left and right. But this one looks fun. I have not had a chance to play this at all. We very well may end up reviewing it on a future episode. So keep your ears peeled. Ears peeled? Is that a thing?
Your eyes peeled and your ears to the ground.
There you go. Thank you. Keep your ears to the ground. And maybe, just maybe, we'll talk about it in an upcoming episode. Who knows?
Who's to say? God willing, right?
That's it, sir.
But first, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into our big review for this episode. It's Let's Play, and we're playing Oceanhorn.
Yes, man. Yes. I first impression of this game, I had a good time. I had fun.
My first impression of it was that this was going to be a real kids game, like really designed for children, just because the style looks very childish, almost like, I want to say like a, not a Pixar film. What's the other? DreamWorks, sort of like a DreamWorks CGI film, I'd say. It
does kind of look like that. Very like animated, like kid-friendly look to it. And I mean,
very much.
This is definitely a game that like, a kid can play for sure.
Yeah. But it is a little bit more intense than that. I would definitely call it like Zelda-like.
Yeah. I agree with that. It seems like there's definitely some puzzles going on, but it's not like super difficult. I think you and I were talking a little bit about it, breaking a couple rules because we usually don't like to talk about it until we're actually on the show. But you mentioned like you don't think you really had to use like block at all.
So that's sort of my thing with the game. It's a good game, and I'm having fun with it. You level up. It uses this nautical theme, which is pretty cool. You float around on your ship, going from island to island. The ship upgrades as you level up. Awesome things like that. You run into new enemies. They're a little bit more difficult. but I went through a good amount of this game, and I couldn't tell you if I actually ever got hit once. I can't recall ever having to use block. I know that I did because at a couple points there are enemies that shoot at you, and you need to like bounce back their seeds or whatever they're shooting at you. But other than that, I'm like, I don't know if I actually had to use block.
Yeah, I feel I feel what you're saying. I mean, it wasn't like the enemies didn't really seem to be super dangerous at any point, but I like that. I feel like that description Zelda light like fits it well, because in like, you know, Breath of the Wild, there's some times when you run into some of the bosses in the dungeons where not only do you have to use block, but you have to, you know, attack in a very specific way, or frankly, it's just not going to happen. I like in Oceanhorn how I can kind of not like meander my way through the map, but like I feel like I'm always making progress, and it's still engaging enough. Like the puzzles aren't super difficult, but there's like multiple. I feel like there's multiple layers to them, so it keeps you interested. And I love the fact that every time there's a cutscene, there's a voiceover. Because
voiceover is incredible, man.
Nothing drives me like crazier than when like a modern game has a cutscene and they just throw text up on there. Like, it is 2017. Every game should have a voiceover during a cutscene. Like, it just should. Like, and I really appreciate it in this game, and it looks beautiful.
Voiceover purist over here.
I'm just saying, you know, like I get that, and they feel like they do that well, because they're definitely going for like a Zelda retro-ish theme, but the way that it looks, it's like super polished. It doesn't have any of those like retro style graphics, but like, you know, the voiceover is straight quality, the music is good, and the gameplay is fun, man. I like Oceanhorn for sure.
I'm a big fan of Oceanhorn. How much was it? What was the price tag going for?
This game is $9.99, and I mean,
get it.
I feel like that's totally worth it, man. If you don't have, like, first of all, if you have a Switch, I feel like you probably have Breath of the Wild. In fact, numbers say that not only
that you do,
numbers say that more of you have Breath of the Wild than have a Switch, which is insane. But if you don't have the, like, you know, if you don't have the time, or maybe you've destroyed Zelda and you're looking for something else, this is a good game to play. Or, you know, if you're looking for a game for somebody who's a little bit younger, who doesn't maybe quite have, Breath of the Wild might be a little bit too demanding, I feel like this might be a good place to start, because it's not overpowering and it's not intimidating in that way. So I mean, I think this game's good. Totally worth $9.
I'm a big fan of that. $9 price tag is super helpful. What would you rate this game? I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5, but that price tag is beautiful. Definitely pick it up. I would definitely say get it.
Yeah, man. You know, do we do halves? Do we do halves here?
We do that. 3.5.
I'm going 3.5, man. I have a good time with this game, and you know what's awesome about it too. Like, if for some reason you're trying to get your hands on a Switch and you just haven't had a chance yet, but you're listening to us. First of all, thank you. Second of all, you can actually pick this game up over on the App Store, because it was originally a mobile game first, but some people were a little perturbed by. But I mean, to me, a good game is a good game. So, like, and I'm happy to have more games on the Switch, especially like fun ones like this.
This is a good, fun time. Pick it up, enjoy yourselves, have a great old time. Get at us, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think all about Oceanhorn. Let us know what you're playing. Let us know what you're all about, because it has been the Switch It Up cast, episode 5. For everybody here, for the entire Preach Network, I'm Seth Trav. He's our boy, Glenn, at From the Crib. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, if things ever get boring, always tell yourself, you could switch it up.